Fellas, in my opinion, the training variety pack is dead in Madden 23 Ultimate Team, but let me explain why. Now, Salsa family, and welcome back to another Madden 23 video. Hope you watching this are having a wonderful start to your day, and in this one, I'm going to be talking about the TVP in this game. And I'm kind of going to be going over 4 different factors that will talk about why I'm not a big fan of this pack right now, as well as sprinkle in some tips and tricks as we go through this video. Now, issue number 1 that I have with the TVP in this game, which is kind of the main reason why I'm saying it's a little bit dead in Madden 23, is because it's simply almost impossible to profit on this pack. Now, if you guys remember, back in the day with past training variety packs in this game, there was certainly an opportunity to profit. If you got your training at the right price, it wasn't that difficult to make your coins back and then some. But correct me if I'm wrong, fellas, but I feel like with this training variety pack in the game, it's near impossible to make coin. And that's not really the fault of EA Sports, but it's kind of just the fault of how the market's looking right now. Based on how the market is in this game, it's simply too difficult to snipe training at a good enough deal to where you're going to be making profit when you open the pack up. So when we consider the fact that it's almost a guarantee you're going to be losing your coins if you roll this pack in extreme quantity, that's kind of the first reason why I would declare the pack dead. If it was popping, people could buy training at the right price, they could roll into this and they could do well, then of course the pack would be solid. But right now, considering the fact that there's not really a reason to open it and really all the pack is doing is propping up the market and making cards more expensive, that's why I'm not a big fan of it. And that's going to lead me directly into point number 2, which is the market being a little bit too expensive now that we consider what overalls we're getting in this game. Now on the screen right here, as you guys can see, we got our handy dandy trading point spreadsheet, and let me kind of show you what this means as well as kind of interpret some of these spikes and some of these drops. So starting right here, we're kind of just chugging along in mid-January, we get to early February, and bang, the training variety pack is initially introduced into this game. But no, it's not the TVP you see in the store right here, it's actually a past one that was selling for a different amount of training. And as you guys can see, of course, people wanted to roll that pack, so training skyrocketed to about a 3.5 CPT. The pack was only in the store for like 4 or 5 days, so it was kind of a short-term thing. And then immediately after the pack was out of the store, of course, the market went back down. That's natural. That's normally how it happens. But EA Sports released a surprise TVP that we were not expecting. They put the pack back in the store on February 4th, and again, the market jumped up to a 2.86 CPT. And that's kind of where we are right now. The main trend you guys will notice on this graph is when the TVP's in the store, the training market goes up. When the TVP's out of the store, the training market goes down. But in my opinion, I'm not a huge fan of the fact that the TVP is still kind of hanging around and keeping the market at like a 2.5 to a 3 CPT, because that just makes the price of high-end cards way too expensive. Now, in my opinion, I think that the prices for top-end cards in this game should really be anywhere between 300 to 500,000 coins. But as we look at the market right here and we take a look at some of the new champions in this game, or really any new card EA Sports is releasing, they are way more expensive than that 300 to 500k price range. Like just filtering it down right here by the quality 96 to 97, if we take a look at like these 96s, which aren't even really top end cards in this game, they're 390k. If we take a look at the 97s right here, which are cards that people are looking to build their team with, these players are selling for like 700,000 coins, which in my opinion is just way too outlandish for a new card to come in this game. Like Dameon Pierce, Nick Cross, these are cards that aren't really like super wanted, but because of the TVP and because that's in the store, these cards are selling for about 750k. And in my opinion, that's just way too expensive for some new content in this game. And as we take a look at the way the overalls work in Madden 23, once we get 98 overall players, their prices are probably going to be about 1 million coins, which is crazy, fellas. It should not be that expensive, and the only reason why everything is so pricey is because of the TVP. The TVP, if you didn't know, kind of creates like a floor in the market. So we know right now that cards will not sell for under like a 3 CPT, because if they did, people would buy them and they would roll the pack. Want to open up packs with better odds than EA Sports gives you? Well, check out mudpacks.com to open up packs, win coins, and withdraw them directly to your account. And of course, use code SWIFT as you're checking out the site for 15% off. And that's really created like a massive price floor in this game on like these 96s, 97s, and soon to be 98s. And fellas, the TVP isn't leaving the store anytime soon. It's still going to be available for 12 more days, meaning prices are still going to be expensive for 12 more days. And like I was saying, I'm not really a fan of that, because as we continue to get higher overalls, they're just going to get more expensive and more expensive. And it's kind of like by having this pack in the store, it's not as much of like a free market, if you know what I mean, because it's not really like the Madden community is setting the prices with supply and demand. No, EA Sports has kind of put this pack in the store and they're kind of manipulating the market. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing in all situations, but this time I'm not a fan because it's just making players too expensive, and for newer guys in this game, you're simply not going to be able to afford some of these top-end cards. Like saving up 700,000 coins for one player, it's just too much in my opinion. So those are kind of the first two reasons why I'm saying the TVP is dead. First of all, you can almost never roll it for profit, so there's not really a reason to open this pack. And second of all, it's just creating a massive price floor and making some of the new champions that people might want to try out just way too expensive. Now, effect number 3 of the TVP that I'm definitely not a fan of, and I think clearly exemplifies that there is an issue with this pack, is the discrepancy in price between LTDs and champions. If we take a look at like Gridiron Guardians right here and we filter it down by the 96 to 97, you guys will see that all the cards you're going to be seeing that are considered cheap are LTD cards. So Marcus Williams, Austin Corbett, all these cards are LTD players, and they're the cheapest in the promo. Now, reason being is because, like I said before, with the champions in this game, there's a price floor on them. Since they quick sell for training, we know they're not going to be selling at under a certain amount, or else people will just buy them and roll the TVP. So that's created a massive discrepancy between LTDs and champions. As you guys can see, Marcus Williams, Austin Corbett, close to 400,000 coins, and if we take a look at some of the champions right here, other than Isaiah Simmons and Roddy White, most of them are like 600,000 coins, so that's like a 200k price difference. And in my opinion, that's not really the way it should be. I personally feel like LTDs should be more expensive than the champions, or at least be like a similar price, but because of the TVP, it's created some really weird changes in the market, and I'm not a huge fan of it. So yeah, those are kind of like the 3 reasons why I would consider the TVP to be dead. I mean, like, there's not really a reason to open it. So first of all, it's a pack in the store that people probably aren't opening a ton, and if you are opening it, well, you're probably not going to be making coins. You're just going to be depositing coins straight to EA Sports, or even for a player like me who plays the game a ton, it's just so expensive to buy any new card in this game. Like, if let's say, for example, I want someone new in Ultimate Legends tomorrow, it's going to cost me like 1 million coins to get those cards, and obviously there's demand there, and that's why prices are high, but it's also because of the TVP. So I'm not necessarily a big fan of that right there, as we take Lamar Jackson in this 82 plus pack. But I'm curious, fellas, let me know down below in the comment section what your guys' thoughts are on the TVP. I'm not really a big fan of it. I'm excited for it to leave the store. I'm excited for prices to go back down. I really like it when there's no TVP in the store, because A, it's a lot easier to make coins by doing other things, and B, it's just so much easier to build out a great team. So I'm excited for the pack to leave. I know there's a lot of people that watch my videos that are a big fan of the TVP. For me personally, I never really have that much luck with it. First of all, really the only thing that it does for me is makes LTDs cheap and kind of allows me to build my team that way, but otherwise, I'd honestly rather build my team with champions and all that good stuff. As yeah, that's gonna do it for me. If you guys want to check out some more content from me, click this video on the screen, and I'll be live streaming later tonight. Hope to see you guys over there, and I'm out. Peace.